Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. $16 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Play action on first down. His first throw is an interception. And the Panthers, they're off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They run it. It's the rookie out of Michigan. Oh, he loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Solid 4-yard gain there. And now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They kick the running back in motion. Young up 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
To the air on first down. Young. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. that time, and they'll have second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Brooks, and he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's brought down for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's a throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Josh Sweat making the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's got him. That's McMillan. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it again. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking for a throw here. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers, the reach pay dirt for the first time this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Young. They're on it. That's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
At the 27-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Hand off to the back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 42. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pass it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now we give to Brooks, coming left. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young working from the gun. Gets this to Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look, 3rd down coming. Back to throw. Here's Young. That's complete to Leggett. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Carolina in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did. And it forces the throwaway.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a 9-point advantage. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Spins out of one stop. And he gets him around 6 there. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. And it's the Panthers, who have 2nd and 4. From the 31. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Running back sent in motion. Young looking to throw. Legette's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on. You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
One right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Young. That's Worthy running the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Now it's Young. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Buccaneers take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He finds Sanders. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Buccaneers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Simple dive up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Brooks on the counter. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That's caught for the first. And that one's going to move the chains.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Out of the gun, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Young to throw. He'll get this one to Brooks. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. They're going for it, Young. He's on the move. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the air on 1st down. Young. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Young working from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jordan battle with the INT. He's off to the races. 30. He's at the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to pick 6. That play, Brock. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. Rush coming for Young. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Throw left side, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Has a man, it's Brooks. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Intercepted in the end zone. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, gets the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Brooks. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Looks like a gain of around 7. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 3 now. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And they snag some much-needed